Blah, blah, blah. You know, that whole Mostar one has no idea that he's in the front of all these videos in my crappy Clash of Clans attack against him. Anyway, Frankenfoot with a 98% 2-star that just needed an extra 5 seconds. And boy, that just... That's my feelings on that one. Alright, so I took a look at this base and I thought, well, gee whiz, how can I attack this base? Well, you look at your X-bows. They're in the up and down position, so I'm thinking ground. They're also tucked away pretty nicely. So you can do a good bit of a queen walk without getting harassed by them. That's always something that's good. And so these air defenses are barely exposed to the queen with a queen walk, which is a good thing. And it seems like all your attacks, all my attacks, they just need exposed air defenses. If I could just get an exposed air defense or 3, life would be great. Anyway, because I don't have a king, because I never have a king, because the king's been sleeping since like Christmas. And I really wish I had him too here, because I could have gotten away with a suicide king here on this queen. Just wait for her to start moving in this direction. She'll jump over that wall, drop the king, and take her out, and that would have just been nice. But, you know, circumstances didn't allow that to happen. But what did I elect to do? So I'm going to queen walk. I'm going to open it up with him. I've got bowlers and Valkyries, and healers as a kill squad. And if you can work around the air Ds, this is so incredibly potent. And that's what I found here. I just completely ripped everything to shreds. I just did not have enough time because the queen never went down. And that was the gamble that I took. So if I'm going to walk around the bottom of the base for 2 reasons. A, I can get the clan castle pull, and it's just barely over here, so I can probably get that without expending any troops. The queen will walk right into it. B, I can knock out these 2 air defenses. And C, I'm pretty much out of range for the X-bows the whole time. And then I don't have to have the queen engage the troops. That was the gamble that I took. You can go one of 2 ways. You can walk in this direction, and you'll end up on the queen, and the queen's got a decent chance, not 100%, but a decent chance she'll be firing at you from behind this wall. And that made me a little nervous because I've had P.E.K.K.A.s go sour on that before. If I try to take her out on the walk, there's a good chance I'm going to have an X-bow and this cannon and possibly this cannon or something on me while I'm trying to take the queen. And if I try to take her out with a queen walk, that's just a risk that I'm going to have to burn some spells there I didn't want to have to do. So I took a gamble, and here's what I plan to do. I'm going to start the walk right here, and I'm going to drop 10 clan castle space worth of minions here slowly to make sure there's not an air bomb. That way, instead of a baby dragon, if there's a seeking air mine, it won't be such a problem. And then the queen will be tanking with archer tower. They'll be out of range of this wizard tower, and this air defense is not going to be able to reach them. And they're going to take this building out first because it's got lower health, and they'll flock over here. And they actually went as far as to taking out that cannon barely. I didn't think they'd do that, but they just barely got it done. So God bless the minions. And then once these buildings are gone, the queen's ultimately going to kind of walk in this corner here. And she's got plenty of buildings this way to distract her left, so I don't think she'll go right. So she will eventually walk into this corner, and for a small sliver of time, she's going to have this X-bow on her. So I was hoping she'd take out enough defenses, and she'd get in and out of there quick enough before the clan castle got a hold of her. But it seems like the clan castle showed up while she had that X-bow on her, so I had to burn a rage there to keep her going. But then she'll continue to walk over here. Not too many point defenses, out of range of the X-bows, except for this tiny sliver here, which I don't expect her to be in very long. So she's going to walk the rest of the base uncontended. Oh, there's also a Tesla here that popped up. And I wasn't sure where the Teslas were on this base. Looked like there might be 2 here, might be some in the middle. I honestly don't even remember where they popped up. But I guarantee you he's got giant bombs in these spots here, at least 2 of them. Because that's the hog killer. So I'm keeping that in mind. But the queen will walk this way pretty well uncontested. I'm going to drop a baby dragon right here. in hopes that it'll take this out and then take that out. I'm not sure how that worked out, but I really just need 1 or 2 buildings gone. And then I've got a great funnel, you know, this nice big cutout for the base. I'm going to drop a P.E.K.K.A. with 2 healers behind it. I'm going to take out the king eventually, but fairly great funnel here. Once they engage the king, I'm going to drop Valkyries and let everything come in. And bowlers once they're about busted through that wall. Now here in my mind's eye, here's how I thought this would play out. In this little area here, what are my highest hit point buildings? I've got 2 gold storages, I've got an expo, and I've got the town hall. I figured the kill squad's going to bust in, and if any buildings are going to be left standing after the bowlers are done with them, I figured these would be gone. The highest probability of something to be left standing is this gold storage, this, what is that, a town hall. So I figured they would have to walk in here, and that's the gamble that I took. Something's got to walk into here to get the attention of the queen. Because to finish this thing up, I've got hogs. And you cannot, under any circumstances, unless you maybe got a bunch of skeleton spells, send your hogs in on a queen. Because she will just tear through them. And that's what happened. Things didn't turn the way I expected. They went and for some reason busted into here and then went on the outside of the base. And that was really unfortunate. Because I had tons of the kill squad left. And I ran out of time waiting for something to take out the queen so I could drop the rest of the hogs. Oh, that's sad, but I'll rage the kill squad once they're in here to help get them through things very quickly, and it'll help the healers keep them up. And you notice I'm taking on the X-bows not in parallel, but in series 1 at a time. That's always advantageous to do it that way. So let's just watch Frankenfoot run out of time. So, down comes the queen. Minions come out slowly to make sure no giant bomb destroys them all, or no seeking air mine destroys them all. And they are such champs. Look at that. Oh. Now apparently air defense. We don't care about no air defense. We'll take out that cannon. Boom. Trip some air mines, which the healers will appreciate later on. And the walk is going just according to plan. Right now. Now she's got the expo on her, and I just expected her. She took out the air defense, but she just didn't quite get it done in time. There was a witch, so do look. I've had trouble with witches before. Look how wide I dropped the poison. I made sure that witch was in that second poison when I dropped it. I had to burn the queen ability, and that's unfortunate, but you know, I had Teslas pop up, and she just didn't walk out of range of that X-bow. Look at that. Look how yeah. So down comes the rage to keep her back up. She might have been okay without it. I was kind of cutting it close there. So I dropped my baby dragon on that thing. So the queen walk is in good shape now. Unfortunately, I don't have her ability left. And the baby dragon's done good. It's time for the P.E.K.K.A. to come down. And normally this strategy is really fast. I just had a lot of troop space left in the hogs that weren't able to really do much. So I wanted to make sure most of these buildings were gone before I started the rest of the attack to make sure things moved into the core. So down come the Valks. King is gone. Everything's at full health. Bowlers come down. And in they go. First rage is going to come down. Valks will shred through the walls. Look at all the wonderful things you could have attacked, Valkyries. Look, even the P.E.K.K.A. The P.E.K.K.A. was beating on this wall. And then he redirected. Sad day. So, yeah, things just went the wrong way. I thought for sure they'd go in here. The bowlers actually did what they were supposed to do. And I actually stuck my second rage in the bowlers because they're really kind of the principal part of this. The two big things that makes this work are the Valks punch through walls and take care of skeleton traps. The P.E.K.K.A. is there to absorb a lot of damage. And the bowlers are in there to kick the crap out of everything. But everything just walked the wrong dead-gum way. Now, I was trying to salvage the raid, and I got darn close. The queen's going to walk in and ultimately take care of this enemy queen. She's got one expo on her and no other point defenses. I dropped either 6 hogs on either side of these to try to knock out these 2 defenses left. And I'm just going to hold on to the rest of the 2 hogs. I mean, these hogs are going to die. I'm not even going to waste a heal spell on them. But this way, nothing's going to really want to come in and hit those bombs that I figured were there. Oh, and then now it's a waiting game. It's just a waiting game. Because if I drop the hogs on the queen, they're dead. I might as well not even drop them. I have an archer in the bank. I went ahead and dropped her to help do anything. And finally, the queen engages the queen. And I send in the last 2 hogs, but it just ran out of time. I just ran out of stinking time, and that pisses me off. Urgh! I got P.E.K.K.A.s, I got a full health queen, and I just needed a little bit more time.